What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on my channel, and today we're going to be previewing round 22, Port Adelaide versus Carlton at the Adelaide Oval in front of 15,000 people this Saturday, twilight at 4:05 PM. It's going to be a massive game, a massive opportunity for Port Adelaide to secure top four, while Carlton hang on to their very, very slim top 8 hopes. But nonetheless, let's get straight into it and preview this week's game. First of all, I want to start off by congratulating Port Adelaide for announcing the AFLW bid as a successful one. We will officially enter the 2022-2023 AFLW season. It's going to be a massive occasion. It's a historical occasion and more history in the making for Port Adelaide, which is such a great achievement for the club and everyone involved. It's been a massive work in progress. It's been something we've put a lot of work into. And I know the girls in particular will be absolutely thriving when their opportunity comes, and I look forward to seeing what they can produce and what the club has in store. Many more announcements to come over the next few weeks. In particular, Guernseys. We're talking everything to do with the AFLW and what we're going to have in particular. And I officially signed up as a foundation member today for the announcement because I'm all supporting this. It's been a massive work in progress, as I said, but I've also supported Port Adelaide in doing the AFLW. I wish it came sooner. I wish we were part of the inaugural season start because I feel like this is a massive opportunity now more than ever, since the AFLW is probably about to hit its peak period, because it's gone through the early beginner stage. It's about to hit that peak period where everyone starts to notice, everyone starts to pay attention. And I really do believe this is going to be a successful journey for Port Adelaide in particular, but also the AFLW as a whole. It's a massive achievement, and if you are a woman or a girl who's wanting to grow up, play footy, and really get an opportunity to represent their favourite club in Port Adelaide, or just be able to play footy in general, this is an opportunity. I know how successful AFL Women's is becoming around Australia at the moment. Women's footy is absolutely a masterpiece, and whilst the skill level and in certain aspects of the game is a little bit different and might be lesser to the men's, well, at the moment, if you watch any men's game, you probably question their skill level. But whether they do lack that in some aspects, they're definitely improving each and every year. And at the moment, what they are producing is a lot of effort and a lot of character, and it's such a wonderful thing to watch. So congratulations to the 4 clubs that are completing this full 18-team competition in 2022-2023. So one more year to wait, and I look forward to seeing what Port Adelaide produces with the AFLW team from now on. Another historical day and another historical moment in Port Adelaide's history. Now, for the game this week, this is a chance for us to secure top 4. This is the moment back at home, probably the final home and away game. Well, it is the final home and away game we'll play at the Adelaide Oval. Only 15,000. Unfortunately, I will not be there due to other commitments prior to this day anyway. But the 15,000 that are attending, be loud, be proud. I know this is a massive opportunity. It's a membership recognition round, and to all the members that have signed up this year, a record-breaking for the club this year, over 61,000. It's a massive achievement once again, and we keep ticking the boxes as Port Adelaide off the field. And on the field, we're getting to that stage where you've got to start ticking more boxes. This one is another one. Tick the box. We've already ticked one, which is qualify for finals. Tick this one to be top 4, and then we can build into possibly beating the Dogs next week, maybe securing a top 2 spot, and you just never know. We do get a home final. It's going to be massive as well, so a lot to look forward to. But the Carlton game's so crucial this week. They're coming off a loss against the Gold Coast Suns. They've got a lot to prove. They've got a lot of key outs, and a special mention too to Sam Doherty, who unfortunately was re-diagnosed with his testicular cancer again, and that's such a shame. He's such a well-known player, such a great figure for the Carlton Footy Club, so I wish him all the best in recovery, and hopefully see him back out very, very soon. And they're missing Harry Mackay, their number 1 goal kicker, the possible leading goal kicker for the Coleman Medal this year. They got Mark Murphy playing his 300th game. Liam Jones is missing. It's all happening at Carlton, and nonetheless, I wanted to, instead of me talking about Carlton and giving my opinion, I wanted to get the expert involved. And here is Carlton very own number 1 supporter, Blue Abroad, to give us a special update and his thoughts on this week's game.
G'day, Anth, Mr. Pear. Here we are again, another match up with our beloved clubs. I'm excited. I'm always excited to watch my boys play. It's an interesting one. I gather the Power are really bracing themselves for the finals and getting into that top 4, locking that spot in. You get the double chance. You go again from last year. There's a little bit of an ominous vibe to this week for me because you guys have a lot to play for, and obviously our finals chances are pretty much, well, they're done. Obviously it's Mark Murphy's 300th game, so I'm hoping there's going to be a bit of a response from last week for that and we're coming off a bad loss, a really disappointing loss. So I would expect us to come out firing. Now, whether or not that's going to stay for 4 quarters, that's really the challenge, and that's been the challenge for the Blues all year. But I like the fact that we're playing you guys again. I love playing against the good sides. That's where you learn your best lessons, against the genuine sides. And obviously at Adelaide Oval, it's makes it a little bit more tougher. But I'm hoping for a miracle, and we can get a good game, and hopefully the boys can get up for Murph's 300th and make it a good one, and don't make it so easy for you guys going into finals. So listen, mate, good luck, all the best. I love the Power, but just not for this week.
Thank you very much to Blue Abroad. A very, very well-respected opinion, that one. He's been through the ringer in terms of supporting Carlton, and I'm so grateful he could jump on the pair and give us a special thought for this week's game. So good luck to Carlton this week. And for us, for Port Adelaide, it's a massive game, as I've said. And to beat Carlton, look, I think we're just going to have to produce one of those, I'm not going to say 4-quarter performance, I'm going to say one of those quarters where we kick 6 or 7 goals and then not coast, but it's the way we play the bottom 10 sides. We just get 1 or 2 quarters in, we dominate them, and we keep them at bay and win by 4 or 5 goals in the end. And that's very similar to what happened earlier in the year, round 6 at the MCG. Similar thing happened. We were pretty good for the second quarter. Third and fourth quarter, we sort of kept a bit of consistency going. The first quarter was a bit even, and with Carlton's elite midfield, Paddy Cripps, Sam Walsh, absolutely outstanding. Kerno is in there, and they've still got some dangerous talent along each line, and it's going to be a difficult proposition. I think Carlton will come out firing, and you just know with them, they come out and they need a point to prove, and David Teague's job's on the line, and they'll come out and no doubt put in a fierce performance, and whether or not they win or lose, it's up to us in the end. And we haven't lost to a bottom 10 side in over 2 years now. It's something that we're pretty much priding ourselves on at the moment. Everyone else seems to be losing to bottom 10 sides or dropping games they shouldn't. And we're just coasting along nicely, and this will set us up a lot if we can win this game. It makes next week's game against the Dogs a little bit easier in terms of the pressure going into it, because if we go into the game losing against Carlton, then a lot of pressure's on just to win to secure a top spot, and then you've got the pressure again. We haven't beaten a top 4 side, and the added pressure of making finals and getting a top 4 position. It'll probably, I think, be too much for us, especially going into a finals bye and having to really think about it. I really hope we do get the job done this week. It relies so much on the likes of Charlie Dixon, the likes of Ollie Wines and Boak and Gray and the senior players this week. You've got informed players like Carl Amon and Alir who have been outstanding, and they'll definitely do the job. And Charlie Kerno obviously has come back after the last couple of weeks. Probably put Alir on him to really nullify his effect on the game, but also be able to, I think with Charlie, he pushes up the ground a bit. I think with Alir he'll be able to read the play well enough to drop off a bit and help out the other defenders. No Harry Mackay actually helps us a lot. Carlton's forward is quite tall, so it'll be interesting to see who they do bring in. But I think overall we do have Carlton's measure across the ground. What they will bring is a lot of effort, and on paper we should beat them. But in terms of the way we move the ball and the way we apply ourselves, it better not be like last week against the Crows. We can't be complacent this week. Carlton are a dangerous team when they're on, and no doubt it's pretty interesting to watch them each and every week because you don't know what Carlton's going to rock up. But I know this week I think Carlton will rock up. They'll do the job, and I don't think they'll win. I'm tipping Port Adelaide by 26 points, but they'll give us a good run for the money. And this game will definitely go either two ways. It won't be close in terms of Port Adelaide winning. Even though we find ways to win games, I think if Carlton do win, they'll win maybe pretty convincingly, 3 or 4 goals, 5 goals even. But in terms of us winning, I think we'll have that comfortable edge across the day, and Carlton put in a gallant effort. But overall, it just depends on how we start. If we start well or start at least breaking even, then I think there'll be one of those quarters in the second or third where we break away and keep Carlton at bay for the rest of the game, and it'll have that ebb and flow feel about it. And being a 4:05 game, I don't think we've lost a Twilight match this year, if I'm honest. I think we only played 1, 2. I think 2 or 3 at the Adelaide Oval, and we've won each one. So who knows? We'll wait and see what happens. But it's going to be a massive day, a massive final home game for the home and away season for Port Adelaide. And I look forward to seeing what they produce. It's been a big week, and I do apologise for the late preview. It's going to be a massive day Saturday, unfortunately, and I wish I was attending. But let me know in the comments below what you're thinking about this week's game, and let me know if you're attending as well, one of the lucky 15,000 to be there. And I look forward to seeing everyone's snaps and pictures, and hopefully it's a nice win for Port Adelaide. Thank you so much for watching this preview. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new for plenty more Port Adelaide and AFL content coming your way. Thank you so much for 4,000 subscribers. It's been an absolutely amazing journey. I look forward to bringing you so much more content throughout the rest of the year, and hopefully some big guests coming as well to celebrate 4K. And I don't want to put anything out there that might build up any hype or anything, but you know, I want to bring you more content, better content, and I just really appreciate all the support. So thank you once again for watching all the videos, supporting the channel and supporting the content. It's been absolutely amazing, and I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. And it will start with the review of this week's game. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Anthony, and as always, can't the pair.